you heard what we just asked Charlie about doing what you did in this city. What did it mean for you to get a win like this at home in front of the fans?
It was huge. I think for me, it was, just personal for all the guys. Coming back here, I felt like we had played well on the road, but we wanted to show the fans what we could do here just as a team collectively, just the resiliency. It was just a lot of fun. I was just proud of everybody throughout the whole game, especially against, a really good team, 2 playoff teams kind of back-to-back, and it was a lot of fun.
How would you describe how you played in those last 2 drives? Certainly things were a lot snappier just because of what the clock situation,
Mm-hmm.
but how would you look at those last 2 drives and what was different in you?
I think throughout the game, I think we just, we weren't able to kind of sustain some of the stuff and kind of get into on-the-ball scenarios, and they did a good job of mixing things up. But I think in those, we were all on the same page of we're going to go drive down and score, and everybody was clicking. And so I think just preparedness and just operation, feet and eyes was going through my head the whole time. So was just kind of operating, and was proud of the whole offense being able to sustain that and get down there. And obviously we'd like to get in the end zone as much as we can, but it was a great finish.
Why do you think you're so good at meeting the moment in those tough spots, like the clutch moments, 3rd and long? Just kind of seems like you rise to the occasion over and over. Yeah,
I felt prepared. I felt prepared with it, and for me, I kind of, I like being able to they know we're throwing it, we're going to throw it, and just go out there and get it. And Vele, he had some insane catches. I got to put some better ball placement on him, but he's unbelievable when it comes to just throwing it in his radius. All those guys stepped up. Olave, he wasn't, getting a lot of action early on, but the way he kind of stepped up, it was unbelievable for him and Kevin and everybody. It was, I was just really proud of them. It's tough whenever you kind of not getting the ball early on. You kind of have ebbs and flows. It's a tough position. So the resiliency of those guys, the resiliency of the O-line, it was just a great effort.
Olave and Young both spoke about how they're confident in you to get the job done. What does it mean to you to know your teammates are confident you can lead them to a victory?
That's why I play football, really. I think that's why any of us are out there, is because, it's when you can kind of make the game simple as far as you're out there playing with your boys and you're out there operating on an every single day basis. That's what's fun to me, and it means a lot coming from those guys because I got full trust in them, and we put them in some tough scenarios. They responded, time and time again, and I think that's just how we can operate as a team when we're playing together and trust each other.
What's the conversation when you guys call a QB draw with 12 seconds left in those timeouts?
It was laser focus. We'd worked in that scenario every single day. The defense knows that play like the back of their hand, our defense, because they're sick and tired of us. We do so much situational football, and that's just a credit to Kellen and all the guys and all the coaches. We got the look that we wanted, and we couldn't, it was just everybody was on the same page, and it was just a kind of a great finish.
When you say you do it every day, you even do that on Wednesdays, Thursdays in season? Go back to training camp?
Yeah, I would say every week, but yeah, since training camp, every week those kind of end of game, end of half scenarios, at least once per week.
How long does the slide get up? How many totals?
Usually you're going for 13 seconds is kind of the cutoff. 12 is a little bit risky, but it can be done. But I knew how to get down. That kind of, maybe sold a little bit because I know we didn't have any timeouts, so it definitely hurt, but I was good, and but yeah, so we had to be in that scenario, and we were going to clock it.
What was your mind when you do have to come out off there and Spencer runs in, and are you trying to do 5 minutes pass?
Yeah, I was fine, but it was just kind of, we had to do it, and but yeah, just got to be smart, get down earlier, but yeah. It ended up working out.
I was trying to think of a tactful way to ask you if you had to sell that a little bit.
Yeah. It was, I don't know how I should say any of this, but it was just a great effort. But yeah, it was a great kick. My hip, I took like a knee or that 4th down, right on my hip or back.
Did they have to do anything, or?
They just put like a pad on it. Yeah. So just.
You were feeling no pain to start?
No, it was. I definitely was hurting. But I knew it was good as long as I could throw and move around. But yeah, should be good to go.
And that drive was
18, 12, 13, 14, like back to back to back? Was it playing a different defense that you felt like you could take advantage of, or you just knew you had to be aggressive?
A little bit of both. I mean, we're obviously going to be aggressive as much as we can, and you got to, we knew we had to get chunks. A lot of the stuff earlier on, you're trying to keep the ball moving positively, but in those scenarios, you got to be a little aggressive that way, just with time management wise and how much time you have on the clock. So it was just kind of great play calling by Kellen, great operation by all the guys.
Does the 17-play drive kind of set that up later in the game to allow you guys to do that more when you're kind of grinding away at it?
I think it just builds confidence as an offense and sustainability, because that's what I feel like the Panthers have been really good at, is just possessing the ball, and we knew that we had to do that ourselves. We had to sustain those drives. That's kind of the name of the game in the NFL, really, is you got to stay on the field to give your defense that break, and then obviously you're operating, you want to drive. So it was just a really, really good effort by all the guys, because, you get tired down at the end. You got to keep mentally strained, physically strained. So, but you train for those moments.
Kellen was talking about Kellen was talking about just like the sense that you guys are building something right now. You feel that in the locker room? Yeah, for sure. It kind of feels like week 3 within the locker room. Feels like we're just kind of, gearing up, hitting our stride. I think we're just having fun. I think. But at the same time, we're building something here that we all want to be here forever. We're here to stay. So it's just a lot of fun being around the guys every single day. But knowing, we have to go back to our process. All the results come if we kind of continue what we're doing process wise and having fun day to day. Go ahead.
What does it say about this team that down the stretch you don't have Dane on the season?
Yeah, it's tough. I'm not sure on the status of those guys, but obviously, they're huge. They're huge for us because of the plays that they're making, who they are as individuals and people. So hopefully they'll be good. But I was really proud of how everybody stepped up to kind of in that roles, and it was just. Nobody blinked. Audric, Evan, Kevin, all those guys. Nobody blinked. They stepped up and made plays. So, I think they'll, be great for us.
Yeah, when you get the ball back in that situation, like you mentioned, it's like Audric and these guys, what are you saying? Like, what is your message to that group with your backed up minute left? Like, what are you telling them?
One play at a time. Let's go get it. I think everybody's, everybody was on the same page of, we're not going to get it back all in one play, but how can we, play each play for its own and go get it done. So, I could see on everybody's faces, and I would just constantly talk to them, hey, let's go win this right here. Let's go win this. This is why you do it. Strain, focus, and everybody, they operated really, really well.
You had the injury test the first time, and you're kind of hurting, and I think for like a minute, I guess, before play resumed. Now, what were you thinking in that moment?
I just wanted to make sure I could throw, just grab the ball and throw. So once I did that, I was good, and then you just kind of, adrenaline kicks in. Really, you don't feel it until you're kind of off the field.
Did anyone, any of the coaches come check in with you? Did you have to say, no, I'm good, and I can lead the team down the field? That's all.
The trainers communicate with the coaches constantly, so it was. But obviously, they came up to me and I just said, "I'm good to go. We're good." So it's part of it.
When you're coming off the field after that last play, what is your level of confidence that Charlie's going to get it done?
100% confidence. I know we had no doubt. He does that every single day in practice. He'd been great throughout the game so far. I know, just seeing it on his face, you got to have a level of cold-bloodedness to kind of play that position. So I was full confidence with him. I almost, you're waiting to see it go in, but I think everybody knew what the result was going to be.
See on the touchdown with Chris and the confidence just to throw it J.C. Horn in that situation.
Yeah, I have full confidence in Chris. That's my guy. That's our guy. He's going to win one-on-one no matter what. I give him a chance, and I got to continue to give him more chances. So he made a huge play, great route, and great catch. We got the look that we wanted on that, and it was just an unbelievable job by him coming up big there.
I know you have a ton of faith in him, obviously, but he was saying how important it was for him after that ball he couldn't hang on to on the sidelines for him to have another chance and comes in. So as a quarterback, do you want to feed somebody after a moment like that?
100%. I told him I'll come right back to him. I could have put it out there a little bit earlier and outside. So part of that's on me to make it not a bang play. So
I was telling him and all the guys, I'm coming right back to you. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get in the end zone. So it was just, I think him mentally, I think I've seen just him be so sharp, as just that guy, and was really proud of him and how he responded, continually.
We're out of the draft, people were questioning the sustainability because of the injury history, but what does it mean to you to show that you can fight through the physicality of the game and come back after some of those stuff is?
Yeah, I think it's just part of the game of football, and a lot of the injuries I had were just kind of fluke bone breaks that, suck timing-wise. So I think it just, like I said, it's part of it. You're gonna get bumps and bruises. You gotta play through stuff, and but I understand the narrative at the time. But I think obviously it's helped me out more than anything mentally, being able to kind of just grind through all that adversity, being able to see a different point of view from that standpoint. So, and I think everybody's battling through stuff, and I think that's why you show up every single day to go out there and battle.
I think we're well about the screen, Audric, on the final drop, like when it was like kind of the late time for that.
It's just a great play call. He stepped up big there. It's just extremely explosive. It's a great job at the O-line as well. It's not an easy play to get out there in space and make those blocks. So he just stepped up really big.
Both you and Jeff have had some pretty big plays this time. Just looking at this rookie class, especially yourself, how you guys have progressed, what's like the growth that you've seen, I guess?
I think there's twofold. Just the mental fortitude to understand just throughout the season, going through our own process, having fun each day. It's kind of a long journey from January, training for the draft, kind of going through interviews nonstop into OTAs, and you're kind of just drinking through a fire hose, and you don't really know what you don't know. And I think there's a lot of growth that is necessary through that moment. So I think all the guys, you're kind of seeing them flourish with their own process and their own kind of position, and that's just a credit to the staff, the whole team. So I think we're brothers off the field. Like, this is one of the closest rookie classes and groups I've been a part of, and so I think we're just having fun being around each other.
Earlier that it feels kind of like week 3. How much of that do you think has to do with kind of the switch, like for you starting at quarterback? Like, did that kind of feel like a clean slate for you guys, or anything like that?
I think I'm just trying to do my job and operate within that realm. I just think it feels that way because I think we're playing off of each other really well, and I think everybody's just having fun. Coming to work each day, we're having fun doing it. So, and I think obviously it's a long season, and we still have a lot of football left to be played. So I think there's just an encouragement of, let's keep going, let's keep it going.
For you, the 3 straight games having big performances in the fourth quarter, like, does that do anything for your individual confidence, just like knowing you can do it at this level?
For me, it's just a reminder of how important just the preparation and just keep stepping up to the plate, really. And we'd like to kind of continue to start faster, and how can I kind of facilitate that? But for me, it shows the resiliency of our whole offense and our whole team, the special teams, defense. Everybody's kind of on the same page of we're going to grind it out. We're always in this game, and so I think it's just a whole confidence for the whole team.
There was so much new for the team at the beginning of this season. Would you consider this success as of late to just be an example of like staying the course and things kind of might be starting to maybe settle in a way?
Yeah, I think staying the course is the right phrase. Obviously, settling in is a tough thing because there's so much change throughout the year with different guys. So I think the message that you try and preach from Ted, our strength coach, with Kellen is one, you going through your process, which I said before, and then just going for it. So I think when you have that mindset of, I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to attack each day, and everybody's kind of in that same mode of operation. So I think, if you can get everybody on that same page, and we're here to have fun regardless of the circumstances, we're here to do our job, and then good things can happen.
Weird question.
Couple more
You heard
questions,
like
please.
the songs and stuff that the fans make, like the culture, like.
We're getting shocked tonight. We're getting shocked tonight. Yeah, I had like 40 people send me that, and they're like, something's wrong with the. I was like, this is pretty. We got to release it on Apple Music or something. Yeah, it was pretty funny, but yeah, I really don't see it, and then people send me to it, and then people come in the locker room and like, dude, have you seen this? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but
Yeah, keep them coming.
What do you think about that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I like Gunna, and it's a good song, but I think there's a lot of ways you can play off my last name. But yeah, it was good. Good song. I don't want to comment too much further.